The Royal Anglian Regiment, the 1st Battalion, the Vikings, lost 9 men during its 6-month tour of duty in Helmand province in Afghanistan. Many more were injured. Their journey back to base began well as the men saw a plaque dedicated to them unveiled on a train which carried them home. Our defence correspondent Jeff Mead is there for us. What's happening now, Jeff?
Well, they've all marched into Norwich Cathedral that you can see behind me, between 300 and 400 members of the 1st Battalion, the Royal Anglians, and there over the next 45 minutes or so there will be a special service of thanksgiving. The last post will sound, a 2-minute silence, and they will remember very much those comrades that are not here today, the 9 who were killed, among them Captain David Hicks from Wokingham, who it's reported has been nominated for a Victoria Cross. He was severely wounded by a rocket-propelled grenade, refused morphine, refused an airlift for medical evacuation until he could stay with his troops and make sure that they were safely withdrawn. They'll be remembering him as well as the other 8 who died, and of course thinking and praying for 57 of their comrades who were injured in combat. Very high casualty rate the Royal Anglians suffered, something like 10% in what has been described as the toughest infantry fighting that the British Army have had to undergo for 25 years. Not since the time of the Falklands have they had that sort of really fierce fighting. They've been welcomed home here today. Norwich, very much the heartland of their recruiting area, and if you see down below us here in the cathedral close, a number of soldiers. Notice they've got a number of plastic buckets at their feet. There's been a big collection here to raise a memorial in honour of those who fell and to help with the recovery of those wounded. Now that, in just a matter of weeks, it reached its target of £100,000. Those buckets will be offered around when people come out of the church, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of generosity there. So it really is a sense that what Richard Dannett, the head of the army, was calling for this summer, a public show of thanks, of support for the troops. He's certainly seen that here in Norwich today. I think because it's that sort of city, a lot of these soldiers come from this area. Their friends and families have turned out today to honour them and to remind the rest of us really of what they've been through and how much we all owe to them.
OK, Jeff, thank you very much.